Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a really exciting review to share with you. So I recently was sent a ton of perfume from a company called Be Layered. So Be Layered is a perfume company that is based out of Los Angeles, California. And the concept behind their brand is really about kind of creating your own fragrance. And so when you go to their website, you can find a lot of fragrances that have multiple scent notes, but you also can find a lot of fragrances that are singular scent notes. And so the concept behind that is that you can really mix and match and pair things together and make your own super unique fragrance. And so the idea behind that is really intriguing to me. I don't know how many times I have struggled finding a fragrance I really love, or I'm sure you have struggled too, or other people in your life. Like, I know my mom always struggles with finding something that kind of really fits her. And I think there's a fragrance in here that she's really going to love. So I'm going to pass one of these on to her. But I think that's such a great concept that you can mix and match and design your own custom perfect fragrance. And so Be Layered was so kind to send me so much stuff to try from them. I just want to give like a really big shout out to them. I am truly blown away by their generosity. And also another thing I want to mention is I get a pretty good amount of companies reaching out to me to send me products for review. And I mean, not tons and tons. I don't want to toot my own horn by any means. That's not it. But I get a decent amount of contacts from that. And I always am super upfront and I say, you know, I would love to try your product, but I don't exchange free product to give you a positive review. That's something that I always state straight out, that just because you send me a product does not mean that I'm going to hop onto my channel and just give a glowing review, because I don't think that that helps anybody. I don't think that it helps viewers trust me, and I don't think it really helps their brand, because at the end of the day, everybody has things that they can work on and improve. And so if a brand can't take feedback or only want positive things out there, it makes me really feel sketchy about the company and I won't accept the product. So when Be Layered reached out to me, I expressed that. And let me tell you, when I say that I have never worked with a brand who is as just like open and comfortable with that as Be Layered was. The person that I was in contact with, Alex, was just so kind and saying, I don't care if you don't like the products, say that. And it might not seem like a big deal, but if you are a YouTuber yourself, having that and having the freedom to kind of express your true thoughts in a company that really is going to take your feedback is few and far between. And so I just wanted to give a huge shout out to them for that. Just being an upfront, honest, good company. The experience working with them so far has been nothing but pleasant, and they have been nothing but generous. And so I just wanted to throw that out there because it truly is something that I feel like matters, and I just really appreciate it. But I'll stop blabbing about all of those little bits and bobbles, and I will get started on the actual review. So they sent me 4 full-size perfumes, 3 sampler testers, and then 1 like smaller size. And so I'm going to go through each one of the fragrances and tell you guys the scent notes, the prices, and what I think about them. So just kind of as a general disclaimer, there are going to be some fragrances in here with multiple scent notes. Those are supposed to last 8+ hours on your skin. And then you can pair one of these singular scent note items and pair it together to make your own fragrance, or you can use those singular note fragrances on their own, but they're only going to last you like 3 to 4 hours. They're not as potent as the multiple note fragrances. So we can talk about that more as we go, but I just wanted to give you that kind of clarification. And so let's start with, we'll start with some of the minis. So like I said, they sent me 3 kind of mini sizes that are this large. And so my understanding is you get samples, you know, fairly frequently. I don't know if they're in every order, but this is a really great kind of sample size to try. So I got 3 of them. Well, let's start with one of these singular scent notes one. So this first one is in Juicy Peach. As you can see, I have used every one of these, so I have at least a good general thought about all of them. Juicy Peach, For the full size, it is $33.95, and I'll just show you one of these full size ones here. This is the full size. It is 55 mils. That is $33.95. And then the travel sizes, or the smaller sizes, are 10 mils, and that is $24.95. So every single fragrance that I share with you today, if you purchase this size, it is $24.95. The rest of these fragrances, that 55 mil larger size, kind of varies in price. So I will go over the specifics of each one there. So Juicy Peach, like I said, it's a singular note. It is just a peach scent. So this is one of those scents that you can pair with other fragrances, or like I said, I use these on their own and just will kind of reapply them more often. These are only going to last 3 to 4 hours, like I said. And so this scent is a little bit of an artificial peach. It's not as kind of authentic and realistic as I would like it. But if you want just like a nice fruity, juicy kind of peach, almost kind of candy-like, this is really good. And so I will use this. I like peach scents. I think that'd be great for the spring and summer. So I have that one. And then another one of the singular note ones is Prickly Lemon. So Prickly Lemon, again, a single scent note fragrance. The 55 mil, the larger size, it is also $33.95. This one to me smells a little bit cleaner lemon-esque, but it does have a nice bright lemon scent that I think is great paired with other fragrances. So I actually paired the Prickly Lemon with my final kind of small sample size, and this sample size is an Yves Parfum. And so this one is a multiple note fragrance, so it's gonna last you 8+ hours. And I thought that the Prickly Lemon and the Yves Parfum paired together were really, really beautiful. And so Yves Parfum, the 55 mil one, is $53.95. And so I did notice the kind of singular scent note fragrances are a little bit more inexpensive, and then the multiple more complex fragrances are a little bit more pricey. So the scent notes on Yves Parfum are nectarine, peach, green notes, black locust, black currant, petitgrain, plum, vetiver, and honey. And so this one to me just kind of smells like a really great fruity honeysuckle type scent. Has some greenery notes, but I get like a strong honeysuckle vibe. And normally that wouldn't be totally up my alley, but I think this is going to be beautiful for spring and summer. I'm gonna get through this way before then, so I'll have to purchase this for spring and summer, but it's a really beautiful spring, summer, fresh, kind of floral, fragrant scent. And so I thought the lemon, and any of these kind of singular note ones would go well with this, but this Prickly Lemon paired really nice with it too, because I still got that honeysuckle kind of green vibe, but then I got that kind of strong lemon that I enjoyed. And so I will say kind of overall, I like their more complex fragrances more than I like the single note scents, but I do think kind of paired together, that worked really nicely. So those are the 3 kind of sample sizes I got. Then they sent me one of their 10 mil fragrances. And so this is really similar to a lot of those fragrance subscription services where you can like twist and then it will have a little nozzle and then you can take this scent out. And so this one is in Paris Nights. And I will say, of all the scents I'm talking about today, this one is my favorite. So I'm sad that this one was not in full size, but that just means I'll have to purchase it because I think that this is going to be one that I'm going to work through really quickly. This is the fragrance that I'm wearing today. Today is Thanksgiving, and so I thought this would be a perfect scent to wear for Thanksgiving. So this scent, the 55 mil is $59.95. So definitely one of the pricier ones, but I think it's well worth it. And I still don't think, you know, for this size bottle, $60 is anything crazy by any means. And the fact that you can kind of create your own fragrances is just really unique to the brand. And so this one is Tahitian Vanilla, and I can't pronounce all these words, so I apologize. Lavender, iris, Australian sandalwood, jasmine, bergamot, licorice, rose, and patchouli. So to me, this is just kind of a really nice, kind of musky, nighttime, sensual fragrance. I wouldn't say it's like a perfect daytime fragrance, but I think it's great for nighttime, and I am wearing it today during the day. But it's kind of just more sensual, a little bit deeper, and just a really nice scent. I really like this one. It's not anything that I've ever smelled before. I feel like it's really unique. And normally I go for super fruity fragrances, and this is different. This is definitely kind of out of my comfort zone a little bit, but I actually really, really love it. And so I love that one. Like I said, I definitely like the multiple note fragrances more than the single note, but those are nice all the same. So next, I'm going to get into the 4 full-size 55 ml fragrances that they sent me. And I wanted to mention also how it comes packaged. So it comes in this really nice like velvet bag with a drawstring. And each of these perfumes have their own individual bag, and then the perfume also was wrapped in bubble wrap. And so I felt like that was really great shipping. I felt like nothing was gonna break. If it does, it's, you know, not as likely because they really packed it in here. And these bags, stuff like this, are great. I always keep things like this. I don't put perfume back in it per se, but things like this are great for travel. I love traveling with jewelry and stuff and things like this, just because they're just really, really easy. And so I kept all of these for, you know, other uses. But I just wanted to show you guys that I thought that was really nice. And so we're gonna start. I have 3 kind of single fragrances and then 1 more complex one here. And so the first one I want to talk about is Luscious Strawberry. So that's what their labels look like. They all look like that for every scent, and then just the name is changed. So Luscious Strawberry is $33.95 for this size, and again $24.95 for the smaller kind of travel size one. This one is not my favorite because it smells a little bit medicinal strawberry. I'm going to use it. I mean, I will pair it with other things and kind of get that strawberry vibe. But like I said, it's not my favorite. I feel like their single note fragrances are a little bit artificial smelling and not as realistic. If I would love a really realistic strawberry or a peach that was a little bit more realistic and not so candy-esque. But if you don't mind scents like that, this would be a good one. So Luscious Strawberry. And then similarly, but I like this one better, is Geneva Chocolate. And so this one I was really intrigued by. This one is $48.95 for this size. And this one, it doesn't really smell like chocolate per se to me. It just kind of smells like a really deep bakery gourmand type scent. I know I really like this one. Again, it doesn't smell like super authentic, but I do like the bakery kind of deep foodie scents, and this is definitely up that alley. So I wear a lot of like Bath & Body Works foodie body sprays, and something like this I think is just going to give that a little bit of extra oomph and kind of really help it last throughout the day and give it more just like that bakery goodness. I also am kind of weird, and I like to spray perfume like on my bedding and just kind of really make my clothes and everything smell nice. And so things like these single scent fragrances might be really up my alley for things like that too. So Geneva Chocolate. And then the last single note fragrance is Vanilla Dreams. So Vanilla Dreams for the 55 mils is $39.95. Smells to me like vanilla extract. It's really an interesting scent. I do like it. Like I said, I think, you know, even this Geneva Chocolate or vanilla would pair really nicely together. Vanilla with anything, or the vanilla with this strawberry, I think would be really, really lovely. And so I really like this concept, just to add something extra to a scent that you have. And so I'm also planning on using these kind of single note fragrances with the rest of my perfumes too, and kind of layering those as well. So that is Vanilla Dreams. And then the last perfume I have to talk about is a more complex multiple note fragrance. I will not be saying the name of this out loud. It's not, in my opinion, I don't like inappropriate naming. And so this is something I don't like about this. That's just up to me. I don't love it. You guys might. So I'll just put the name kind of on the screen here, but this one as well. And from what I've seen on their website, this is a very popular fragrance. This is one of their kind of big ones from what I could see. And so this is the one that I think I do like it. I do like it a lot, but I think my mom would just love this one. And so I'm going to pass it on to her, I think, if she likes it. If not, I will keep it for myself. But I think this is one that she would really love. And so It is $53.95 for this size. And the notes are mandarin, vanilla, jasmine, ginger, ambergris. I'm not sure how to say that. And sandalwood. And so this one, it's really floral, but you kind of get that hint of sandalwood or kind of something in the background to kind of tone it down a little bit. A lot of times super, super floral scents will really be like overpowering to me, and this is not that. This is like floral and clean with a little bit of a sandalwood kind of muskier note in the back. I think a lot of people really would like this one. I'm not surprised that this is one of kind of their top selling fragrances because this is a nice scent for sure. So if you like more floral, this is one that I feel like it smells familiar to me. Like I'm not super good at pinpointing perfume names, but I feel like this smells familiar. I said, I can see why people really like this one, and I do like it, but this is totally up my mom's scent alley for sure. So I think that she really will love this. So I'm going to pass that on. But that is everything. Those are all of the fragrances that I got. And so, like I said, I'm really excited and just really grateful that Be Layered sent all this to me, and just like their kind generosity and their attitude about reviews and everything. It really made for the experience and working with them super great, and just made me kind of love their company even more. And so that's it. I don't want to blab too much about all these fragrances. They have tons on the website. This is just a small sampling of the scents that they have. But let me know if you guys have ever used anything from this brand, or if you're going to purchase anything from them. I would love to know. I definitely will need more Paris nights and a full size of this Yves Parfum because it's delicious. Beautiful, beautiful scents. But that's everything. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.